hallucinated.
I will destroy them all.
Hello, dear listeners, and welcome back to another slightly delayed episode of The Coordinates. It has been an unfathomably busy week this week, so I do apologise for the tardiness in this episode. If it makes you feel any better, I did watch the episode about an hour after it was released. It's just taken me 4 days to get around to recording about it. But don't worry, I have watched it again. Yes, you know me. I love my pleasure watch. I love to pleasure myself by watching it. I like to watch the show for pleasure. And then, and then move on from there. Yeah, let's just move on, shall we? So, guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kids of all ages and happiness, are you truly happy? I'm happy because we have our first, what I would call, genuine review from a listener. Yep. You know, there's a couple of little 5-star reviews out there that people from the podcasting network that we are on. By the way, do you know we have a podcasting network? This is the Probably Work Network podcast. So you can find us at probablywork.com. Yeah. Little plug there for the rest of the network, in case anyone was interested in listening to some of the other shows. Like Tyler's got Too Young for This Hit and Too Young for This Trek. What else has he got? I think it's better. Listen to Thoughtscast. Yeah. My network plug this week is listen to Thoughtscast. And this week, Arjuna, or Peter Beaujolais, is it Beaujolais? He actually works, so he's one of the guys on our network. He actually ran for office in Maine. And sadly, he didn't get in, but he has an episode out this week called Thoughts from After the Election. And it is fantastic hearing his struggles, basically, from trying to be a normal person, trying to make a little bit of a difference, and trying to actually run for office. You know, I don't know what type of office, because it's all American nonsense. But yeah, it is fantastic. And I even make a little cameo appearance on that episode. So, you know, I'm definitely going to give it an extra plug. But yeah, go listen to that. It is brilliant. And and I'm commiserations, Pete. Like, if I could vote, I would have voted for you. But there's kind of an ocean between me and you, and I was only allowed... the Russian website I went on only let me buy 200 votes at a time. So, yeah, he did get 200 votes, but I couldn't get any more than that. Sorry about that. But yes, we have a genuine review. So this is from Smeghead4000. Smeghead. Anyway, for those of you who haven't watched Red Dwarf, you probably don't get that reference at all. So, you know, smeg off. So Smeghead4000 says, and it's a 5-star review, by the way. You know, only 5 stars here on the coordinate. Hopefully. I'm so glad I found this podcast. With the 4th and final season of AOT here in America, I really needed a recap of everything that has happened. Bill and Tyler do a great job of breaking down the manga and the anime. I do miss both of them being on the same episodes together. Oh, so do I. I miss that too. But, you know, Tyler, decided to go out and have kids. Damn you, Tyler. I thought we were having kids together, man. Anyway. That's a deep wound. Yes, but it's still one of the best AOT podcasts out there. Bill gets points. Oh, I get points for working in Blackadder references. Oh, and I just squeezed in a Red Dwarf one as well there. So hopefully I'll get some extra points. Yeah, I like getting extra points. I do. Smoke me a kipper. I'll be back for breakfast. Oh yes, it's me. It's me. It's Arnold Rimmer. Arnold Rimmer. Oh, hang on. I was like, Arnold Rimmer. I won't get much slimmer and I'll never need a Zimmer. Oh, man. For the one person who knows that, Mr. Smeghead. It did say United States of America on his podcast, on his iTunes handle. So, not a British person who's seen Red Dwarf. I'm impressed. I am impressed. You know, everyone's seen Spaced, but has everyone seen Red Dwarf? I don't think so. Anyway, moving on. What are we doing? So we're going to episode. So we are talking episode 69. Nice. No, I'm not going to say it 69 times. Which is called A Sound Argument. And we are greeted by what Tyler wants most from this show. We are greeted with Eren, topless, hair back, looking in the mirror intently, going, fight. Now, guys, girls, Titans are like. I need to have a chat with you all, okay? You know? Tyler's got a little bit of a problem. You know, I said to him, have you got any questions? Have you got any questions for this week's show? And all he ever says to me is, he just says, Bill, how sexy do you think Eren is? And it's just like, dude, it's a cartoon, man. Like, you can say what you want about anime and stuff and how androgynous everybody looks, but, dude, come on. You know? It's Eren. Like, he's not sexy. He's a bit of a weeb, you know? Weeb? Dweeb. Yeah, you know, he's a right geeky looking little fucker. But yeah, it's just, yeah, man, he's not a sexy person, and you've got to stop saying to me, Bill, how sexy do you think he looks? It's just like, come on, man. Come on. Give it a rest. You know? Give it a rest, man. You know? I don't ask you what's in the sandwich, do I, Tyler? Do I? Have I ever asked you? Oh, actually, yeah, I did ask you what was in the sandwich. Sorry. My apologies. So I will address the 2 questions that Tyler did ask me for this episode. I'm going to do it early. He said, what's the British word for coupon? Now, this is the age-old question, Tyler. I've been asked this so many times. The British word for coupon is a coupon. That's coupon. Sometimes also called a voucher. Voucher. Do you get it? Coupon and voucher. Both the same thing, really. But yes. Yeah, we call them coupons and we call them vouchers. There you go. And then he asked me, is Eren sexy yet? I just don't know. I just don't know. Just, can we help this guy? Can somebody send Tyler some help? Or just some Eren, you know, fan art of him half naked. Tyler would like both. Yeah. Anyway, let's carry on, shall we? So, episode 69. Nice. nice. Yeah, Eren's shouting himself in the mirror, going, fight. And Hanji comes along and says, hey, why do you talk to yourself? She also says, why does your hair look cool? I like it when it's all dishevelled. So obviously, Hanji and Tyler both share a big affection for this sort of thing. But Eren's very pissy. He's just like, God, come on, what are you here for? And he's just like, what do you want, man? And she's like, first time we spoke, we just blabbered about Titans all night. And then she's like, I never thought you'd sacrifice Historia. And then the title sequence starts. Jesus, that's got to be a new record. That's like about a minute into the episode. And then we get da-dee-da-da-da-dee-dee-dee. Quick, everyone, get your dancing cats out. Everyone. No, not Tyler's cat. Chewie, get out of here. Get out of here, Chewie. No, stop. Tyler, your cat's nibbling at my toes. Damn it. Yeah, so the title sequence come up. Good. So should we discuss how much we all love this title sequence, yeah? I think we can all move on from that, can't we? Episode 69, Assault, a sound argument. This time, it's 2 years ago. Yep, so last year, 3 years ago, volunteers all turned up. Now they're all like, we love this man. And even the blonde girl, whose name we can never remember, is like, Eren, mate. Hi, Eren. I've never seen you before. And Levi's like, you're lucky you should even see his face. And this, oh God. I want to describe how this girl looks. She just looks like she's part of a religious cult and she's very evangelical. You know, she's got that kind of crazy look, but with a constant smile on her face. Like, I have been brainwashed beyond belief. And you won't believe it. But yeah, this envoy turns up from another nation. Hizu, I think they're called, Hizu. And this envoy shows this symbol of these like 3 crossed swords. And then Mikasa has this really strange reaction. And then Eren starts going, go on, Mikasa, get him out. Get it out. It's like, come on, man. There's people in the room. No, it turns out he's not asking her to get her bits out. He's asking her to get her tattoo out on her arm, which is the same symbol. And she says, this was tattooed on me and it's been passed down in my family for generations. And the lady who's from this other nation is just like, hey, this means you are our long-lost queen. Or something like that. You are the long-lost daughter of our king. And it's just like, man, that was so weird. Like, why would you squeeze that in there? But we do know from little hints that have been going on since the very beginning of the show that Mikasa is kind of strange-looking amongst the people on Paradise. And we had the thing yesterday where Sasha asked the black guy, like, hey, mate, why are you black? So, you know, these people on Paradise are Eldians, so it's just the Eldian race. So it's almost like they've just had themselves to breed with this whole time. And then, it's really strange that Mikasa was kind of from a different race and existed in this island. And then now we're seeing all this other mix of people come into it. So anyway, these Hyesians basically sit down to negotiate. What do they want? What do they want? And Captain Crixus, or whatever his name is, I forget what his name is now. Who's the bald guy with the moustache? He's just basically like, we are so young. We are basically a baby trying to negotiate with adults. We've never had to do this shit before. But there's a nice bit here with where Historia approaches Mikasa. It's like, hey, we're both the same. We're both born into royalty, but we're actually peasants to start with. and now we've both got to be leaders. We've got a huge burden to bear. And she's like so happy and joyous. And it just reminds me of the old Historia who used to help Ymir out during the old training days of the Survey Corps, in the early days of the episodes of the show. She just really suddenly flicks back into that. It's a little bit jarring, but at the same time, it's nice to see that old Historia is still there. The lady from Hizu basically spills the beans about how she's been having secret meetings with Jaeger, with Zeke as well, and how he said you'd find Mikasa here, basically. And he basically also sells them some ODM gear, BDSM gear, which he's been keeping, and then tells her the secret of the BDSM gear is some sort of special storm crystal or something that's only found in Paradise. Seems very convenient, I have to say. This kind of just feels like it's being created as a plot point for the final season, I have to say. Didn't really like it that much, the fact that there's this one special rock you can get on Paradise, which is why their BDSM gear works really well. Ice Burst Stone, that was it. Not Thunderstone. It just seems like really weird. And so this lady from Hizu is basically like, she's here to negotiate with them, give them access to the outside world in return for some of this special stone, which they can use as a brand new fuel source. They're just like, man, we are being used. Historia at first is just like, okay, we'll do this. And then it's Eren who's just like, no. I think the thing that really is setting Eren off is the fact that everyone wants him to do a test run of the rumbling, which seems weird. So I think that would mean him and Historia would have to sort of work together in order to use the Founding Titan thing. I think the only reason they want to do a test run is probably because maybe there's no way of reversing it, and then maybe it will destroy the island. That's my theory. That's my conspiracy theory. Anyway, and then Falco turns up. No, not the Austrian rap star, Falco from Attack on Titan. No. Falco isn't in this. I just wanted to drop that in there, so Tyler had to put in the Amadeus drop. Amadeus. But yeah, again, so another surprising bit from Historia, because like I said, she agrees to it. She's kind of agreeing that she will inherit the Beast Titan. And again, it just seems like such a jarring change, especially from the Historia we saw 2 minutes ago. And then that's when Eren, turns into good old Eren. It's like, we're not livestock. I don't want to breed like livestock. This isn't the price of being to live. And he basically says, Zeke Jaeger can take his damn plan and shove it up his arse. 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 And yeah, he's the one who's like, it's too dangerous to have a rumbling. Like, we need to explore other avenues first before we jump into this. And that's it. Like, where did Eren get political power for? Sends these other people packing back to where they came from. And so then we flick back to, again, the present day, back in the cell, where Hanji is talking to Eren, sexy Eren, as Tyler likes to call him, or my sexy Eren waifu. That's it. That's Tyler's official name for him. And she's like, why? Why have you done this? Puts us all in danger. I thought you wanted to protect Historia. And instead of answering the question, he's just like, I ate the Warhammer Titan, right? This cell cannot hold me. I can literally just turn into a little glass ball and destroy everything around me. And then he actually goes bonkers and grabs Hanji by the scruff of the neck, pulls her up against the thing, and almost starts turning into a Titan. It's just like, you can't hold me here. I'm too powerful. Blah, 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 all this sort of shit. And Hanji is just like, you pervert. I'm wondering if that's a mistranslation, because, or maybe it's because maybe there's some guards listening. But she goes, Eren, you perv. Still in a rebellious phase, you moron, you idiot. And then she walks off, like, really shocked at the fact she's just been manhandled by Eren. Like, he grabbed her by the neck, by the scruff of the neck. But it's just like, yeah. It's just like, why did she call him a perv? That must be a mistranslation. I can't think of anything else. It just seems so odd. So odd. And then, this was really shocking. Historia's pregnant, everybody. Apparently, she's been sleeping with the stable hand. Yeah, she, Princess of Paradise, has been hooking up with the old stable hand out the back. Yeah, the horse pie. No, apparently, like there's a scene where men are just getting really drunk on wine, discussing the whole thing. Apparently, yeah, she just there was a guy who used to pick on her when she was a kid, basically a peasant, before everyone knew that she was of royal stock, as it was, and he used to pick on her, but then they fell in love because he felt really guilty for picking on her, so he used to go help her with stuff. And she has now gone back to her old stable hand lover and got herself preggers. So that's messed it up. They all sort of seem to be speculating about the fact that she got pregnant so that she wouldn't have to inherit the Beast Titan because no one would want the child to die. Or maybe she just wanted a child ready so that when she took over the Beast Titan, the line was still going. Or maybe this is all some sort of weird, elaborate plan that she's concocted with Eren along the lines to have another person who can handle the Founding Titan. But who knows? Who knows? The bit I don't like here is that these guys, like they're being served by the Malian volunteers, but they're like ordering them around like they're dirt. I really don't like that. It's kind of like, way to turn the volunteers against your nation, guys. And then the guy actually goes down to get them another bottle of wine, and Nico's standing there, Niccolo, whatever his name is, from earlier, yeah, and he's holding a bottle of wine, and there's some really dodgy kind of sinister music. So this is where I think my theory's coming true, people. My people's coming true. It's coming true. I think he is going to turn out to fuck everyone over. Probably upset because Sasha's dead, like everyone else. But then we flick to a scene where everyone's now building train tracks, and it's Eren and the gang. All of our main crew, including Sasha. Oh, so nice seeing Sasha in all his flashbacks. Yeah, you got Connie and not Reiner, the other one, Jean. Is it Jean? Mikasa and Hanji turns up. Even Captain Levi's here. Hanji turns up to tell them that the visitors have now fucked off because they were just here to try and get a first monopoly on the resources of these ice stone crystals they've got. And she says to them, basically no one else is going to come to us. No one else is going to come to be diplomatic with us because they will fear us as devils. They won't even give us a chance. And Hanji's just like, well, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go see them. You got to go see them to understand what you're up against. That's going to be the best thing for us, really. And so that's the plan, to let the world know that Paradise wants peace. And yeah, but Eren's reflective at this point. When they're on the back of this train in the sunset. I like this scene. It's really cool. Much better than the train scene from a couple episodes back. Everyone's just like, I've only got 5 years to live. Who's going to inherit my Titan? And then everyone's like, I'll do it. And they all start, discrediting each other's, each other's claim on Eren's Titan. Mikasa's too good to risk. Jean's too much of a commander. Connie's too much of an idiot. And then Connie's just like, and so Sasha's like, so I should do it. And then Connie's like, but you're a bigger idiot than me. And there's this like weird standoff. Oh, it's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. It absolutely busted me up seeing these two, actually, Connie and Sasha have a who's the biggest idiot standoff. It was so good. Here. It's so funny. It had me cracking up. And then Eren says, actually, none of you fuckers are going to get my Titan because you're all too important to me. Which seems strange from the fact that everyone saw him laughing after Sasha died. I assume he's kind of breaking a little bit mentally there. And yeah, Eren blushes. And Jean's just like, hey, you can't blush. You can't do this shit. And Armin's just like, hey, come on. The sun's setting, it must be that. And yeah, they're riding this train to nowhere, off into the sunset. Where is this train going? I've got no idea. Probably trying to make the island of Paradise even smaller than it already is. And then the episode kind of flicks back to the future. Or the present. Yeah, to the present. It gives you so little indication of this stuff happening. I think Jean's hair's a little bit longer, Mika's hair's a little bit shorter, and Armin's a little bit taller. And I wish I was a baller. If I had a girl, I would call her. And yeah, I think it's because Connie's just like, did that look like Eren? Did that look like Eren to you? He seemed different. I think he's sided with Zeke. And if that is the case, we'll have to be prepared to cut him down. And Mika's like, hey, no one's cutting down my boy, Eren. My boy. He stabbed the bloke for me when I was little, I've got his back. And, they're just basically sitting around talking about whether they should trust Eren or not. And it's I feel their pain. And she's like, they're all trying to question Eren's motives. They're really sort of hammering home the fact that he went rogue. And this is where Connie's like, did you see what Eren did when Sasha died? He laughed. He's got this horrified look on his face. He's like, what was so funny to him? What part of it, of Sasha dying, was so funny? Explain it to me, Mikasa. Why was Eren laughing? And it's just like everyone's just looking down, looking away. No one really knows what Eren's motives are. It's just, yeah. So I don't know what Eren's motives are. We're very confused at the moment. And Armin's just like, come on, we've got to go speak to Eren to find out what his goals are. This is the only way we're going to do it. This is the only way. And Armin starts to hatch a plan about, we have Titan serum now. Maybe we should make someone we trust into a Titan to inherit Eren's Titans. Da, da, da. Seems like a dumb plan for Marvin. Like, he's usually quite clever with his plans, but not this time. And then we just end with a picture of Zeke in the forest reading a book. And it's got this very dramatic zing. And that's it. That brings an end to episode 69. Nice, baby. Nice. Nice, yeah? Huh? 69? Huh? Yeah, any other 69 jokes? I'm a bit dry on 69 jokes, to be honest with you, other than just saying nice.
Eren and Mikasa decide to try a 69. Eren's never done it before, so Mikasa says she'll show him. She tells him to lay on the floor and squats over him. As she's lowering herself down, she farts. Apologizing, she tries again and farts again. Eren jumps up and storms out, yelling, "I'll be fucked if I'm hanging around for 67 more of them." Overhearing Mikasa's loud farts and Eren's loud angry voice, Jean walks in and volunteers to take the remaining 67. Ha 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 ha.
But yes, that draws an end to our episode. Oh, so, what did you guys think of the sound argument? I definitely thought it was better than the last episode, if I'm honest. But yeah, it's just I'm not always a fan of shows when they show you something that's happening in the future for a couple of episodes and then go, okay, now here's the 5 years that you've missed. It's a little bit irritating to me. It's just like, oh, come on, guys. Why not? Why didn't you just do it chronologically and keep it going forward? Why do I have to find out all this shit in post? But yeah, this was actually a fairly interesting episode. It was nice to see that there was a nation who tried to come out and help Paradise, even when the lady weirdly licks her lips. I'm going to get that fucking ice stone. Or I'm going to turn them into like 1,000 butt plug ice stones. Yeah, it's really creepy when she does that. Yeah, but they're just kind of stuck there, and still we don't know what Eren's up to. But guess what? Next week it's lots of Gabby and Falco. Yes, no, not the Austrian rap star. It's motherfucking Falco from Attack on Titan. Yeah, for episode 70. So hopefully next week will be episode 70 with Tyler. Don't know what it's going to be called yet. I assume I could probably look up the anime list and work it out, but yes. So, guys, please, yeah, if you want to check out the other shows on our network, go to probablywork.com. And they're all on there. There's some fantastic ones on there. I've got a show about the Wheel of Time, which is currently on a mini hiatus. There's other shows on there like the RPG After Years, which was my first ever podcast. That's a fantastic show. Too Young for This Trek, Thoughts Cast. Again, I encourage you to go listen to the latest episode of Thoughts Cast with thoughts from the election. It is a brilliant look on how someone independent can try and run for a office position. It was really, really interesting hearing Pete's story. And it's only part one as well. There's going to be a second part coming out soon. And like I say, I've got a little cameo on there, so look forward to that. Yeah, just many, many other shows as well. I'm sure I'm probably missing about 20 others. Troy's Turtle Power Playerful's podcast, where he plays games in a powerful way, something like that. And also, yeah, if you do want to leave us iTunes reviews or reviews on whatever platforms you are listening to us on currently, please feel free to do so. It always helps the show so much. Even a 1-star review on iTunes actually helps more people find the show, because it's kind of like, well, people are still talking about It must be relevant. So yeah, just rate and review us on whatever podcatching apps you happen to have. But other than that, guys, stay safe. I hope you get your vaccine soon, and hopefully the vaccine doesn't turn out to be Titan serum, that you don't turn into a ginormous Titan and then start eating all your loved ones. I think that's the least we can all wish for right now. Over and out, guys. Don't get eaten.
Hi, I'm Evan, and I sure enjoy me some podcasts. Wow, this podcast sure is enjoyable. But sometimes, life has a little bit more pegged on for you than what you thought. Oh man, is that a missile? I'm okay. Thoughtscast, part of the We Can Make This Work Probably podcast network.
This has been a presentation
of the We Can Make This Work
Probably network.
Follow us on Twitter
@ProbablyWork for more of our questionable content.
Also, we have a website called probablywork.com.